Do a static fire this evening and soon. Setting up here to cover this, be here and see what happens. Thank y'all for joining me. Hang in there. And I'll be right back when I finish putting things together, but we're watching and waiting. But yeah, as far as knowing when the test is going to be, we don't know. It's just a matter of watching. Okay. And you know, we can't even be sure there's actually going to be a test. All that we know is they have a road and beach closure. Okay. And then there's a lady who lives over there by the name of Mary, our Boca Chica girl. She does a lot of photography and stuff for another YouTube channel called NASA Spaceflight. And she actually lives over there, so she will publish whenever she gets an alert message, which means she has to leave, get ready for launch or whatever. Okay. Even for the launches, we don't know for sure. But when
it has to be very inconvenient for her.
Yeah, well, she's gotten used to it, and she appreciates what they're doing. But yeah, even on the launches, we're looking and we look at flight restrictions. Like, okay, they got a flight restriction to orbit, so they're probably going to try to launch. And right. It's a matter of sitting there. It's like December 8th. They tried and they kind of aborted. And then December 9th was the very first one, serial number 8, which was a beautiful launch and landing attempt.
Is this the one that Shatner went on?
No, that's Blue Origin. Jeff Bezos. They're in the northern part of Texas.
They're more...
about 7 hours from here, I believe it is.
Yeah, I think they're more like San Angelo area.
It's insane just how big Texas is. All right.
Okay. We'll be back up after a minute.
No problem. Okay. And if we can get a mic check, if anybody can hear me, if anybody's on. Let your friends know. Come and join the party, and let's just talk about stuff until we get the actual lighting of the candle, hopefully. I'll lock that in. Oh, thank you, and thanks for joining. Mutan, okay. I'm looking through the peephole of a camera to make sure everything's in focus, and I take my glasses off for that. Then I look at the screen, I can't see anything. Yeah, and Julie, Ellie. Well, the road closure is scheduled from 5 till midnight, and beach closures. This is something scheduled. We're hoping we're going to see a static fire. It's one of the things that we wind up going. It's a primary road closure date, so they're going to do something. With the beach closure, that means it's testing of something. And that's the story with SpaceX. We don't know for sure. SpaceX doesn't publish. We can just take wild guesses. Usually we would know pretty sure if we see a alert message posted by Mary, but I haven't seen anything posted by Mary today. I don't even know if she's in town or if she's okay. She usually posts on Twitter, but I haven't seen anything yet. So we cover anyway, just to assume, because it's better to try to cover and film it than to miss it. Yeah, I don't know where Mary is. Mary is AKA Boca Chica girl. She takes some good pictures. She does a lot of work for NASA space flight and their channel. She actually lives there in Boca Chica, and she's been there a long time, so she's very familiar with SpaceX and everything they're doing. And Starbase status website. I'm looking at Cameron County is the one that we kind of look at, and it is still showing its closure scheduled. Hasn't been canceled yet. That could have been an update from last night's closure, or the other one. They may not have updated it. It is confusing, and I understand the same. I've been down here for a year. It's been fun trying to follow this and to catch this, and you know, I try to make my living. You know, I'm not one of the big guys in YouTube. I don't think they need the chopsticks for B4 right now. I don't know if they're going to test it with B4. Those things are crazy. You know, because B4, I don't know if they're going to try to lift the booster with the chopsticks and put it on the pad. I know that's probably in future plans. But I don't know if B4 has been reinforced to be able to be lifted that way. Oh, okay, so Mary has posted. Yeah, I've been setting up, so yeah, that might be. So it looks like we may still be a go. I don't like to say for sure. I never know. Sometimes I do know, but odd, because I don't see anything on my Twitter from Mary, which is weird. Oh, there we go. So, yeah. Yeah, the heat towels would be in the way for the... I seem to be dropping packets every now and then. This hotel Wi-Fi has been acting funky over in this building. But yeah, it would not be easy to try to lift it with the heat tiles. As I try to figure out what's going on with this network issue here. Sorry if I'm getting some dropped frames here. But I am working this solo, so I'm trying to make sure everything's running smoothly as possible. Okay. I'm pulling off my laptop so I can see. Hoisting it with the catch arms would be, with the chopsticks, would be a problem. When it's stacked, well, I would. I don't know about the employees over there. I mean, I used to rock climb, so heights are not an issue for me. A lot of people they're not good at heights. And I've been rock climbing since I was 12. Let me try that again here. I'm trying to make that look a little better. There we go. I've been rock climbing since I was 12 years old, and to be honest with you, I started rock climbing because I'm afraid of heights. My dad always gave a good word of wisdom. You know, it's okay to be afraid, just don't let it stand in your way. But yeah, like I was saying, I've been down here for about a year. Well, I have been down here for a year, as of a few days ago. And I don't do this for a living. I'm not a big boy in the YouTube industry. It would be nice. I spend my own money for this and the equipment and stuff. I enjoy SpaceX and what they're doing here. I normally work in the computer IT field. I've kind of taken a break from that, a sabbatical. I've been doing that since the 70s. It's kind of bad when you think that 24/7. But since I've been down here, I've been doing other things like driving Uber, Lyft, driving employees of SpaceX over there to work. So I know quite a few of them. And I have their confidence. They tell me stuff. I don't reveal what that stuff is, if they tell me. Some of them might, some of them don't. There's a few guys that are kind of hilarious to talk to because they really make up some stuff, like the warp drive engine and stuff. But it's like, yeah, I'm not stupid. I know what you're trying to pull your legs there. But yeah, and you know, it's hard for me because it's like today, trying to do Uber Eats, I haven't had any orders all day. It's slow. It's the off season for the island, and they're scheduling this between 5 and midnight. Well, you know, the dinner rush is between 5 and 8:30, 9. So I am missing out on what money I would be making today to cover this. And it's not easy, especially when I am stuck paying for a rental vehicle until my car gets back, which they finally got them getting parts ordered. So that should hopefully be coming back in a week or two, I hope. Because the rental car at $420 a week, it's killing me. And I'm trying to see if they have a chair left up here for me to steal real quick. So we have the dish aimed at the pad and the soft closure is in effect. So they're clearing the pad. Thank you, James. And welcome, James, in Canada. In case y'all didn't know, in Canada is my nickname for my basement. That's where James stays. I'm just kind of joking. There's a guy who has a YouTube channel called Brain Buzz, I believe it was. And I just kind of really love the way he does it. Hopefully the mic's not cutting out. I walked away going around the corner looking for a chair. They're having an event tomorrow morning down here, so I don't want to take the good chairs. But yeah, I love the way he does his YouTube channel. He has a guy who writes a script for him on a topic, and he goes through it and puts in his 2 cents. But he doesn't pre-read it, so it is hilarious, some of the things he says and talks about. I love the style that he does it in. It's so candid, and he has a severe case of ADD. And but it's kind of hard to tell if I want to actually zoom in all the way. I like it a little bit zoomed out because we get a little bit of atmospheric distortion from the heat in the atmosphere. And sometimes it's hard to focus this camera when you can't see it too well. And I'm having drop packets again. Trying to see if I can get a stable connection here. I have signed up for Starlink, and we're still kind of waiting for it. Well, another space nut. We hope so. We really do hope so. All we can do is sit back and watch and hope. Mary did get an alert notice, so that's a good thing. And James is reporting that the soft closure and dish is aimed at the pad. So aiming the dish means that they're talking to the Starship, making sure all the communications are working fine. And let's see here, I need to have another battery ready to go in case I got to swap out a battery in my other camera. I should have the modernization on here, so if y'all get any commercials, I'm sorry. And I have no control over what commercials are played. So, you know, if it's something that offends you, I'm sorry. So we've had the chopsticks installed over there, which are, unlock the tripod here. You know, the chopsticks are installed, or partially installed, or being installed. It's still being supported by the crane, of course. I don't think they're going to release it from the crane, but you can see there's quite a bit of slack in those cables. So they released it some. I would not expect them to remove the cables anytime soon. I would kind of want to keep it on there. Well, Rudds are kind of cool, but they put a lot of work into this Starship. All those heat tiles. I say if they want to go for a Rudd, let's use what's left over of BN3 and just fuel it up and let her go and light the candle and let it blow up. A celebratory death of BN3 would be kind of cool to see. But I'm not sure what's going on with BN3. They removed part of it, so it's about the same height. Well, it looks like it's a little bit shorter than the Starship, just by a hair. So its stand is a little bit taller. So itself is shorter now. I don't understand if they're doing still testing on that or not. Occasionally I see a crane going up to it every now and then. Seen quite a bit of activity today going up to the booster. So they're still working on the booster. Not exactly sure what all they're doing there. But I have a feeling that, you know, SpaceX is probably going to be doing an outrageous all-engine test on the booster, static fire. because I mean, we've seen 3-engine tests before, we've heard 3-engine tests before, but what in the world is a full 29-engine test going to be like? Yeah, they cut the tank off of 3. It's actually, I think I got pictures of it sitting on the ground next to it, if I recall. I don't know, like I say, it's kind of weird that they haven't removed it from the pad. It's kind of weird that they still have it there. So, it's just odd what they're doing. And my chin keeps bumping the mic every now and then. Well, what could we use just an O2 tank for? I kind of wonder what the purpose of just keeping it there as O2 tank. So, and I was out here last night watching the moon rise. It was incredible to see that moon coming up over the horizon. But then, you know, to also see that smoke plume out there, I don't know what it was that was burning. If it's an oil rig, if that was meant to be, if it's, yeah, I didn't hear anything in the news about an oil rig fire or anything. So anybody want to take a guess at what time we might have a static fire? It's kind of phrase strange. Would love to do some future caliber work total space. Since you're total space, I'm guessing you're asking if I would love to do some future work with y'all. Well, I don't think that much of a range of time would fly in Vegas if we were going to be taking bets. But yeah, I mean, doing some, you know, helping out another channel, you know, I don't mind trying to help out every now and then. It's, I have to make a living. I have to pay my bills, and I don't have the dedicated time that a lot of people want. You know, I can't sit over there all day long waiting and hoping. There's a lot of people who are over there all day long waiting and hoping. There's a few channels over there that, you know, it is all about the money. And they kind of badger their viewers for money. Yeah, I understand that. And I appreciate, you know, people down here. I know a lot of people down here too. I've been here for quite a while. I'm just waiting to get my damn car back. It's getting ridiculous waiting this long for it. And I have a lot of money to make back up. I've spent a lot of money, and it is not going to be easy to make up that money. And so I got to spend a lot of time doing that. And I don't like taking risks. Yeah, I don't like taking risks too much. Yeah, I mean, it's not just a Starship. You know, once I get back on my feet and get money flowing the way it should again, you know, I would like to get back to filming other launches as well. Why is that? Hold on. I just noticed the AC outlet's not working. I think the breaker tripped or something. I don't like those popping sounds. Sounds like they have it wired wrong. Okay, now the laptop's plugged in. Okay. Yeah, it's what was I saying? I lost track of what I'm talking about. Really? Hold on. I got to relog back into the hotel's Wi-Fi again. This is why I need my own Starlink system. Whenever they ship it, it would be nice. Where was I? You have skills that can help me. Okay, how long have you been a psychiatrist?
That's far?
Yeah, we're hoping right now. We got the road closed and stuff. Mary's got the so trying to get a good live stream of it. If the Wi-Fi will quit knocking out on me. Yeah, the price drops would be nice. The price they have it here is like only about $10 more than what I currently pay for a slow-ass 5 megabit DSL out in the country where I live. Which I can't stand, because if you sneeze too hard, you lose internet connection. But I really should sign up for 2 Starlinks, one for home, one for here. But yeah, I mean, I understand what you're talking about, and yeah, it'll be nice. But you know, like I say, my first thing is first get out of debt, get back on my feet again, get my car back so I can start getting around and not having to pay $420 a week for a rental car. You know, get back what I paid so much money for. Yeah, I would figure they have satellites up there in Canada by now. I do know the new satellites, version 2, is a lot different. It's a bigger one. From what I've heard, it's not going to be able to fit in the current Falcons. So they need Starlink. They need the Starship to be able to launch the new version 2. But it should be impressive. Yeah, it is scary starting a new unknown chapter. I see other channels that have gotten their viewers to pay for everything. So they didn't spend any money to move down here. And I mean everything, mattress, everything. And I don't see them doing much content. I don't know why. I would not be happy if I donated a bunch to somebody's GoFundMe and they are just sitting at their house using other people's streams and just digging stuff off the internet when they actually are down here and can go get that information themselves. That I find is really disingenuous to the viewers. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the same channel or not, but I just find it, you know, in bad taste. I've also talked to other people down here who's been living off unemployment while they build their channel. You know, I'm doing this out of my own pocket, and I think I was telling James earlier that I was kind of throwing the numbers together, and so far for everything I've done here, I've spent over $11,000 in equipment alone. Well, if Jessica is the person that you're talking about, and you think that's the one I'm talking about, it's not. It's somebody else. Really? Yeah, so I'm not talking about Jessica, but there's other ones out there too. There's so many people down here. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out Jessica, what her channel is. I don't know, is she the one in the mini skirt that likes to take pictures and stream bending over in front of the Starship? Yeah, money does drive a lot of people, and it's surprising how rude some of those people are and how they really think it's their viewers' responsibility to pay for everything. You know, if you come down here to follow Starship and to film it, that's fine, but you should not expect your viewers to have to pay you for that content. That was your choice to come down here and do. No one's forcing you. You don't work for a news agency. You're not being paid to come down here. Yeah, I'll have to look her up. I usually don't have time to watch a lot of vloggers or other people's channels. Like I say, I'm down here mainly doing I'm usually down here, you know, driving Uber most of the time, so I don't have time to can't really drive and watch and browse too much, unfortunately. The police don't like that. I don't understand why. It's like, come on, guys. How else are we going to, you know, stay awake while driving? Just kidding, of course. You should never be doing that while driving. Yeah, digital content, you know, can be a money maker. Takes some skills. It's more of an artistic view, you know. There's stuff that I kind of want to do. I just don't have that artistic talent to do it. I can picture something in my head, but I cannot make it happen. Let's see here. James, do we have any updates that you know of over there? Do we have people evacuating the pad yet? And you know, the hard thing for me is trying to have the dedication to do that, because I never know what's going to happen next. And you know, I've had some things that I wanted to go and do, but wind up having to go and give someone a ride, and that took out of my day. But I enjoy doing that. It's and they kind of depend on me now. I really need to get another camera with a good lens. These lenses are so expensive though. So we have road closure. Well, I just kind of glanced over. I'd love to help and take some of the bourbon, is what I read. But no, the bourbon's mine. The bourbon is mine. The tequila down here is pretty good, though. I really like the tequila. But I really misread that. Yeah, it'd be nice to get the audience up there. You know, like I say, right now times are tough. And to be frankly honest, I have $97 in my checking account right now. So it is very difficult. And with a very limited income, it makes it very hard. Yeah, I know what you meant. I just read it wrong when I first looked at it. I know you meant burden, not bourbon. Sometimes we read something and we just get like, what? Wait a minute. It's like just driving through Port Isabel. There's actually a bait shop that kind of catches you off guard when you see it, and the name of the bait shop is Master Baiters. It's like, okay. That caught me off guard. Didn't expect to see that while driving. And even in Louisiana, there's a towing company, and they got a slogan on a billboard. It's like, we have the cheapest hookers in town. So they like to make fun of words, but yeah. I know you meant burden, and I appreciate that. The burden on my back is quite heavy right now. I still need to find time to get home and cut the grass. I can't find anybody who will do it. Even my next door neighbors, yeah, they will complain about it, but they won't take money to cut it. So I have to, occasionally make that round trip to cut the grass and get back. I also had a Chevy Tahoe that someone bought for me. I was helping him out because he needed transportation. So he was going to make payments on it, and I could really use that Tahoe right now, and it's been almost 2 months now, not a single payment. He's not even responding, so he basically stole the Tahoe. So that kind of really upsets me. And yeah, even, I have people in Louisiana who want me to come back and help them with their network and stuff and their computer issues. Well, if you're not selling snake oil, do you want to buy some? I've milked a lot of snakes. No, I understand. It just... At least the shop has finally got the parts on order for my car, so hopefully I will be getting that back shortly. For anybody who's joined you, we are talking about increasing my website or my YouTube presence. Possible snake oil. just joking. But yeah, we have a road closure. We have Mary's tweeted that she's received an alert message. A lot of vehicles have left the pad. I don't know if we see anything over there. Yeah, we can find time to chat, and for some reason this Wi-Fi keeps acting funky on me at this hotel, telling me I have to log back in again. It doesn't do this at the other building. And this is getting very annoying. And I think they're having fun just doing it on purpose. I don't know. And okay. Sorry, my mind is wandering here. I'm trying to take care of other things as well. Well, no, you wouldn't get kicked off. You would, you'd just be accused of being from Africa. Because apparently, according to him, only Africans can't spell. Yeah, I mean, I met Ocean Cam a while back for BN3 static fire tests down there at Isablanca Park, and he saw my camera and had to go out and buy the same camera. Now he kind of totes as he is the only one like that, and it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. You know, you should at least give kudos of anybody who has introduced the camera. And on that note, yeah, when the first person I saw using this camera was Nikki85, back when he was filming being our SN8 launch. It's an inexpensive camera. It's a cheap camera. As far as cameras go, it's a cheap camera. It has an impressive zoom. That's about it. You can't really do too much more with it. But if you just want to zoom in on something really close, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, he was, the other day, he was over there streaming there, and they were talking about, you know, with another girl out there about their out-of-body experiences and stuff. That's fine. You know, go, you know, if you want to talk about that type of stuff, then, yeah, maybe a channel dedicated to that would be better. But, you know, we all kind of diverge on different topics while we're waiting for something to happen. It's hard. There's not that much exciting happen down here. We're sitting here watching. It's like, I can start a YouTube channel for paint drying and probably get just as many views. And, you know, the hotel is doing some remodeling. They are painting some walls, so I can set up a camera and do a live feed if anybody wants to sit down and watch a few hours of paint drying. That might be entertaining, but, you know, it's also funny how some of the different stuff out there really well, it's not so much the useful information. I want footage. If you want to have an out-of-body experience, I want picture proofs. Take a damn camera with you. Take some pictures. Set up a remote stream with, what, the P1000? That's kind of what I'm doing right now. If I can stay connected to the internet, it would really be nice. This hotel's internet is really getting to me. I don't know why it keeps logging my laptop off. At least it seems like the streaming device is holding steady. Well, I usually try to stream from Isla Blanca Park, but Ocean Cam has kind of taken my spot where I'm always at. And he kind of gives me good dirty looks, so I've decided I'm just not going to deal with it. I get tired of him looking at my equipment to get ideas and stuff, so you know, if he wants to do stuff, he should go and research his own issues. But mainly it's an internet issue, not power. I have I'm running off of a battery pack right now that will give me, what is it, 78 more hours of running all of my equipment. The internet issues are difficult, especially over there. Yeah, there are streaming services that you can pay $500 a month for. No, it's not a MacGyver power job. It's an official type of battery backup type system that you can buy. I'm not going to say, because then, you know, Mr. OC will get another idea. And that's kind of one reason why I'm not filming down down there at the park. I don't like other people like that who come and look at my equipment and then go and buy that, and I'm helping them out, but I'm not getting any credit for it, and I'm the one who's spent the money researching. Just like this device I'm using to stream with. It's very nice. I got a lot of nice options to it. I can handle multiple, up to 4 camera inputs into it. I do have options for Ethernet connection. I also have a SIM card for it, so I can use it on a cell service. It's a pretty good little system. And you know, I can switch, you know, between different cameras inputs, so I can show you the other camera here that I have set up, its view. I can even pull up, you know, other videos that I have saved on here and replay those for you, so we can show one of the past static fires while we wait. I mean, I did some research. I kind of like this device. It works great. I can do a lot of streaming in the field with it. It's a costly piece of equipment. It cost me a pretty penny. It's not something that, you know, I could have used the money, but I figured I'm trying to do this a little bit better. Trying to find a good cell provider over there is different. Well, it doesn't use it uses LTE, what have you. I'm not trying to stream 4K from the pad. I just need a good cell signal. And you know, I'm not trying to stream extremely high quality 4K video live in the field. We can do that with the video that we take off the main camera. If I can find a good cell service over there, yes. It's very hard to find a good cell service. My AT&T works pretty well, but I don't have that much data, and I need that data. Especially when trying to drive Uber, I need all that data to be able to send and receive orders on Uber. So it's a matter of a cost issue of being able to afford that. So it's not something I'm really looking at right now. You know, if I can find a good cell provider that has good coverage over it, it'd be nice. But even the employees don't have good coverage over there. They do have cell phone boosters over there for the employees. So they don't have to worry about that. And, you know, when you get near the SpaceX itself, Starbase, very little cell signals work there. Sort of, for their employees, yeah. Sort of that technology is what they're kind of using for their employees. They do have Wi-Fi. They do have their own Wi-Fi there they can access. You know, SpaceX is kind of remote. It's way down here from nowhere. On this island, there's not that many cell towers. There are no cell towers over there at SpaceX. So what cell towers you can pick up are usually the ones here from the island or Mexico. Well, yeah, if I had a place to mount a dish and send the signal like Lab Padre does, yes, that's easy to do. But remember, I'm staying in a hotel. I can't mount equipment on the hotel. I don't have a home here. I could easily set up something to easily transmit back and forth between SpaceX and Boca Chica and back. Yeah, it's a 45-minute drive. Yes, it's a 45-minute drive from here to SpaceX. But, you know, this is where I'm at. I can see, as you can see from other stream, that's from my hotel window. I can see SpaceX. I can be like some of the other channels and use somebody else's stream and just block out their little banner at the bottom and, you know, claim it's my own stream. I know a few people doing that. But, you know, I'm doing my own from the hotel room. And the little cameras I have in there, they're not much. I would like to get better cameras. I could probably get a lot better view. Yeah, I drive by the oil rig all the time. They haven't done anything on that oil rig. It's kind of sitting there. That's something kind of on the back burner. Right now, it's a matter of let's get this bird in the air and let's get it to orbit. But yeah, I drive by that oil rig almost every day. I've taken a few pictures of that. What I find more interesting is the aircraft carrier they brought in for dismantling. Yeah, not that people don't find the oil rig interesting. You know, I've done IT work for an oil company, for an oil field company. I've been on oil rigs and what have you. They're interesting platforms. The food's good. No, I don't see any stripping happening on the oil rig. It's pretty much hasn't changed since it's been there for the past year. It's kind of always kind of sat there. Some people would report there's a lot of cranes there, but it doesn't really change. What, overlook the oil rigs? Is that what you're trying to do? And FYI, you know, computers, network technology, cameras, digital cameras, business field, and what have you. It'll be kind of hard to, you know, I can't find a place to overlook it directly. Since there's not much there except for the, you know, shrimping boats and stuff like that down the road. There's a lot of different businesses there. But they may have issues since they deal with a lot of naval vessels as well. So it might be kind of hard to find a spot that will let you put a camera up there. Well, you know, like I say, a lot of times I've been by there, nothing's really changed. Yeah, one of the companies that's doing the recycling and scrapping would be the ones you want to talk to down there. How are you today?
Good.
Oh, let's see, I should have brought a drink or something up here. I don't have an official beach closure text, but they usually don't do that until even after everybody's been evacuated. Well, yeah, 5 p.m. till midnight. SpaceX will take its time. They don't want to. They want to get this done. Yeah, trust me, they don't want to take their time. I can't go into any more detail. Sorry. Sorry, just getting a message I need to respond to. But yeah, I can't go into any details that I know. But let's just say, yeah, they don't want to sit there and take their time. Because they have a whole lot of testing and stuff to do. So sitting here and waiting is not something they want to waste their time with. So, do we have any vehicles at all down near the pad, or has everything been cleared out? Have we been able to monitor that or see what traffic is traveling? And in case y'all are wondering, you know, James from in Canada, he's a great help to the channel. I really appreciate all of his work. He is formerly, well, he worked with Sherlock Holmes. He actually helped Sherlock Holmes quite a bit. He does a lot of good investigative works. So yeah, he's on the older side, but he's been around for a long time. And of course, I'm just joking. He does like to keep track of everything. It'd be nice if he would come down here to visit and check out SpaceX himself. Yeah, I would love to see a static fire before sunset. Once it starts getting darker, it gets really hard to see, and it kind of ruins it. This doesn't look as good without a very, very, very good lens that can pull in a lot of light. So does anybody know the status of the doggy over there? Have we seen the doggy? Yeah, I wish if I can give you the tours that I get. It's really impressive what they're doing at SpaceX. Right now, SpaceX has been doing a lot of tours for some of the local high schools and other schools in the area for the students. So the students are very lucky in this area to be able to get to walk around inside of SpaceX directly. I'm going to try to add some weight to this tripod here. There we go. Whoop. And that weight is not helping the slightest bit. So I will remove it from there. It says no cars at the site. And we got a crystal clear view right now. And underneath the Starship, is that venting? No, that's not venting. I might hate myself for this, but let me try raising the camera some. Which way did she go? Which way did she go? Here's another tripod I've been wanting to get. It's several $100s though. Very heavy. Well, very stable. But it is a beautiful view, though. Just taking some pictures real quick. But just in case you joined us, we're sitting there watching SpaceX. We do have a pad clear, pad clean. They removed everything from the pad. So there's nothing there to get in the way. of a possible static vacuum engine, which would be interesting because this engine's not made really to be ignited in the atmosphere. It's made to be ignited when it's in space. So it'll be very interesting to see how it goes in an atmosphere. Oh. Just trying to line my camera up here. And checking my battery back up, I have about 30 more hours. It should be a RVAC. Hello Ryan, how are you today? Yeah, I'm kind of hoping it's not going to be a long wait. Like I say, doing Uber Eats to make a living, I am missing out on all the dinner deliveries right now. So that's no money for me today. And it's already 6:30. But yeah, pretty sure it's going to be RVAC. We've seen a lot of the regular engine tests. We haven't seen any successful RVAC engine tests. We do have somebody who's wanting a RUD. You know, the strange thing is, well, the wind's coming around the corner here. I'm trying to see. I got a strong breeze coming from the left-hand side. Trying to block it as much as I can, but it's still kind of whipping around the corner and causing some issues. Sorry for the shaking camera. It's the wind and the distance that we're zoomed in. The slightest movement. And if I jump up and down this floor, okay, I don't see vibration from the floor, just from the wind. Got some birds coming in the line of view. Again, I'm sorry, everybody, it's taking so long. I have no control over this. We are just hoping that they can get a good test going.
Hello everybody, this is aka Golden Boy, and glad you guys are here tonight. Things look like we're going to be having a static fire hopefully this evening.
And I got somebody else's stream going for some reason. Sorry about that. I appreciate y'all joining my channel. I know there's other channels out there that has nice robotic remote cameras that can get nice good views. Those cameras and those systems are quite expensive. The equipment to connect to them remotely is quite expensive as well. There are a lot of different options. I've installed some directional Wi-Fi equipment up to, I think the max I've done was 2.5, no, it was about 7 miles line of sight. It's not easy. You gotta get those dishes pointed right at each other very nicely. I'm just going to the other side here, taking a look here at the beach and the ocean and all the people on the beach and all the seagulls out there. I need to go for a swim. Da, 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 da. So yeah, I've been trying to work on some stuff when I have time. I haven't had much time to work on it though. I just kind of sat down and started looking at some pictures and remembering what this place looked like when I first came down here. It has changed so much. And every time I go over there to SpaceX, it does not look like the same place I came to last year. The weather on the most part is really nice here. I really enjoy it. It's a different change of pace. Doesn't get as cold as I like it to be, but it's still good. So far, SpaceX has had over 100 orbital launches of satellites successful. I haven't looked up the exact number. I think it's like 130 or something, maybe higher than that. And you know, Blue Origin is catching up very quickly. They're now still sitting at 0 orbital launches. But they're going to catch up. They know what they're doing. There's no way SpaceX can compete with that. And you got Blue Origin's, you know, Amazon's new satellite internet service that they're actually using. I think they're going to use ULA to launch their satellites. They have a total of 0 in orbit. where SpaceX has, you know, a few. But no, yeah, Amazon's going to catch up and beat SpaceX. But I don't know if y'all watch other YouTube channels, like for stuff on Tesla. Sandy Moreau actually had a very nice, nice venting about the appointment of Missy Cummings to the NTPSB. Yeah, however you say that, whatever the letters were again. How she hates Tesla so much. People are not happy about that. And if y'all do, you know, I do appreciate everybody who actually pops in to say hi or joins the channel. Likes and subscribes would be nice. It helps the channel out. If there's anything you want to talk about, feel free to ask or say it. It's open chat, so we can chat about anything while we wait to find out what's going on with SpaceX. We should have been seeing some fueling of the Starship by now, in all honesty. It looks like everything is clear. We're being told that, you know, the pad's clear, and that there's no vehicles there. We do have a, you know, the beach and the road closed. I haven't gotten a official notice that the beach is officially closed. So if there's still someone out there that's trying to get off the beach, we don't know for sure. Okay, the tank farm just woke up. So if the tank farm woke up, are we seeing it on my camera, or is that on good old labs? Yeah, I see some venting on mine too. Of the tank farm. So yeah, it looks like we're in the process. Thank you for the sharp eye there, James. Yep. So, how long do you think? It looks like it might be after sunset, unless they can get the Starship fueled and static fire within the next 30 minutes. You think 45 minutes from the tank farm? Now, mind you, in all these static fires they've done in the past, the times have always been changing. And so they may be experimenting with different timings. Maybe they don't need to do an engine chill as long as they used to, or to be safe, I want to go and on this card, give me a second guys, I'll be right back with video. There we go. I definitely don't want, well, man, we got venting on the Starship already? Or is that still the tank farm? I can see a lot of venting there. On the recondensers, that's the recondensers, right, James? Now this should be the Starship. The booster is, I don't think they would test the booster on a test stand now for all those engines. So this is going to be the Starship. Okay, but yeah, I was talking about in my on my stream, I see a lot of venting in front of it. It looks like I see a lot of ground venting. I usually don't see this venting in front like this. So I was kind of wondering. So they might have moved some of the vents. Yes, that's usually a good sign if when the fueling starts. Now the question is, are they going to fill the ship all the way up or just do just enough for the static fire? we're fueling right now. And I'm going to scoot this over right now as a fool. Sorry about this, guys. Hold on. Is this floor so slippery? Whoa, I'm losing the camera. That's my problem here. This floor is slippery. That ain't working. We got time, guys. Don't worry. This is why I need some more equipment. Okay. Man, that wind is picking up again. Sick nub, sorry, yeah, I'm trying to keep the camera out of the wind, and there's like one little spot that's no wind blowing, and trying to get it there and lined up so it won't shake as much, but it's not as easy as you would think. As the sun's setting, I mean, there's another spot that would be perfect, but there's a palm tree in the way. So sorry for the little wobble. There's something that would help with this big time, but it's a quite expensive device. And that is on my list of items. Close again. Station with skirt, that's good. All right, my be on the microphone. Or it should be on the mic. Okay, that's better. Yeah, it should be clear now. So many issues. You're watching Mars Embassy as we're waiting for a static fire. We have some condensation underneath the skirt, which is a good sign. We have some venting at the tank farm. Yeah, I did the old IT trick. Turned it off and back on. And it's kind of strange, these issues I'm having with the network. Kind of. Well, we're trying to keep a good network connection here for y'all. Looks like we just had the pirate ship go by. We have a lot of venting going on there. We have some venting under the skirt, or condensation under the skirt actually, which is a good sign that we may have a fueling going on with the Starship. I keep getting a lot of network dropouts. This is not really normal for here. I would love to see this go off before that sun goes down. We're not quite at that stage. You were saying about 45 minutes, James, earlier, and that was at what time? Well, there's no timestamps. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Timestamps. Okay, so that's 6:34. So you're thinking at 7:19 maybe? We should see a static fire. Okay, James, I guess it's just you and me. Nobody else on. I kind of wonder, but I'm showing I have one person connected to the channel. So you got your own private YouTube stream, James. Take out the Mars overlay. Well, got engine chill, that's good. So that gives us about what? 5-10 minutes or less? 7:15 probably. .706 siren, that's a 10-minute siren. So we're coming close. I would send out a tweet, but I don't want to miss it here live. And yeah, I'm getting a lot of network issues coming up, more so when it's important, which is weird. 6 more minutes, but that's just kind of an estimate. It could be less. We got a plane flying over near there. I hope that's not going to cause an abort. He was quite low. If you're joining us, we're within a few minutes of a static fire attempt. There was the alarm sound at 7:06, which is usually a 10-minute alarm, means about 7:16. We're at 7:12 right now. So hopefully we can see a good static fire tonight. I did see a plane flying low and past over the bay there. Hello? Hello? He's now flying on the other side. Don't know who that is calling me so close. There. Yeah, that plane just kind of flew by the front here. At least he's not near SpaceX now. Man, I wish at SpaceX I could do a countdown live or countdown sign over there would be nice. Uh, 14. So everything's looking good for a static fire so far. Thank you for the $5 donation there. It helps in the super chat. Coming up close to a static fire here, probably within the next minute. Do we see venting, try venting or anything yet? Oh. 30 seconds. Okay, 29, 28, 7, 6. So we're within a few seconds of a static fire here. 15. So here we go. We're going to have a static fire here in a few seconds. Oh, there we go. Good static fire. Oh, yes. That looked awesome. That looked awesome. That looked like a full static fire duration. Waiting to see if we hear anything. Yes, that was a full duration, a full good static burn. That looked incredible. Hey, y'all want to see that? Excuse me. I guess not. They're up to something else over here. I'm trying to scroll back here and see that. That was an incredible static fire. I always have a hard time finding it in the stream itself. That was incredible. Let me see if I can get a highlight of that. I'm having a hard time scrolling back to see that again. But that did look very cool. Good night, another space nut. Thank you for joining us. That was a very nice one. I think I got it good. I got a ton of pictures off the